What's up, vinyl community? It's your boy Chris coming at you live, not from the man cave as of right now anyway, but from my wife's car. Had a bunch of errands to run today, had some stuff to drop off at the local Goodwill, and even though I've given up on trying to find records at Goodwill's a long time ago because I'd never find anything but Bing Crosby Christmas records and Herb Alpert and orchestral records and not the good stuff, not the good orchestral records, I basically gave up on it, but I'm here. And I just made my donation, so why not walk in and see what's up? I see a lot of your videos all the time. You guys finding some really good stuff at Goodwill. Some of you guys make it a point to go all the time and always come back with pretty decent stuff. I don't know how you do it. Maybe my local Goodwills just suck. But I'm going to take a walk in here, and we're going to see what's up. I'll holler at you guys in a minute. All right, after 5 minutes in the Goodwill, we looked through everything they had. As you can see from the picture, those were all that were worth even considering taking home. Those two Glenn Campbell albums, Galveston in particular being a really good one, and the Charlie Pride 45. Even though the covers were wrecked on the Glenn Campbells, I'm like, if the wax is good for 50 cents, it's worth it. And as you can see from the picture I just showed, the wax was wrecked. It looked like somebody drove a damn lawnmower over top of both of them. And I don't buy terrible wax, guys, not even for 50 cents. It takes up space on my shelf and I'll never listen to it. So I walked out of that Goodwill with one thing and one thing only, which is one thing more than what I expected to come out with. That's 45 Charlie Pride, Kiss an Angel, Good Morning. It's a great song for those of you not familiar with it. It even comes with a little jukebox strip. But yeah, pretty clean. Cleaner than a lot of the 45s I have. For you, those of you not familiar with the song, it's a great one. Again, with the jukebox strip. I would like to have a jukebox someday, so that's a neat thing. But great song. Kiss an angel, good morning, and love her like the devil when you get back home. All right, so that's all I came out with, trying to decide whether or not I want to hit another Goodwill or another thrift store or not. If I do, you guys will hear from me shortly. Talk to you later. All right, guys, second Goodwill. If my hair looks a little different, it's because I thought, I'd stop by an antique store in the area of my barber shop. I'm like, yeah, I could use a haircut, and there's an antique store right across the street. Well, I got my haircut and then go to the antique store. It turns out that antique store is permanently out of business. But I needed a haircut anyway, so no biggie. And there was another Goodwill 10 minutes up the road, so here I am, going to see if I have any better luck. Talk to you guys in a minute. What's up, vinyl community? About 10 minutes later, I'm back in the car outside of the Goodwill, and I got to tell you guys, it's the best Goodwill find I've ever had in my life. I'm actually pretty excited about it, to be honest with you. It's the first time I can ever say I came out of Goodwill and wasn't disappointed in terms of records. Okay, the first one's not anything mind-blowing really, but for 49 cents, a parade of nostalgic hits remembering the 40s. And just that cover kind of had me automatically. And then it's a box set, and it was in great condition. I think it's got like 7 LPs in there. And again, it's in great condition. And it's got, the ink spots are on here. Duke Ellington's on here. And it's got, some orchestra on here. And I'm not really that big of an orchestra guy, but I'm a very nostalgic guy for the 40s, 50s, and 60s. And again, I love the cover. Some orchestral, but some stuff that I know I can deal with. But again, Duke Ellington, the ink spots on here. And the box is in great shape, and every record on here looks like it's never been played. So for 49 cents, I was pretty excited about that. Next up, a couple of 10 inches. I don't buy many 10 inches, but I buy jazz 10 inches. Gems of Jazz on Decca. It's a 10 inch again. For those of you not familiar, it's an old Decca label. Record's in good condition. It's going to play just fine, especially after I clean it up. But Mildred Bailey's on here. Bunny Berrigan's on here. Pete Brown. Benny Carter, which is a big one for me. Gershon McClure is on here, so that's great. And again, it's original jazz 10 inch on Decca, so I'm a sucker for those. Not a big 10 inch guy, but I love them for those. Another one, Norman Grant's Jazz at the Philharmonic, Volume 4. It's another 10-inch. Again, guys, I'm excited about these. It's all Mercury. Again, good stuff. I'm excited about it. Just needs to be cleaned up pretty good. And my biggest find of the day, okay, the cover, the seams are split, but I can fix them. But the record's in pretty decent condition. It's Jazz of 2 decades. Beautiful cover, and it's on MRkey. And it is an original pressing. Beautiful MRkey labels. You guys know MRkey from Clifford Brown and Max Roach, among others. And again, seams are split, but the next time I see it, you see it, I promise it'll look better than that. And 49 cents, and it's got to be worth more than 49 cents, just based on. So you guys know the story by now about me acquiring all the cassettes from my buddies, John Galdieri, from my buddy Mike, Guitar Player 07, and from a couple of other sources. And since I got them, I've been looking for some cassette storage. So the last 2 Goodwills I walked in today, the one before, nothing. Some CD storage, but no cassette storage. And the one that I just walked in now, I got the records. I was pretty excited about them. I was getting ready to go because I'm getting ready to meet a buddy for lunch in like 35 minutes, and that's probably how long the drive is. So I got to go. But as I'm walking by real quick, you guys will remember those. You guys around about my age. Cassette storage. Yeah, I think they hold like 36 tapes apiece. And I got 2 of them. So that'll hold everything I got and some, and they were $1.99 a piece. I've been looking on eBay at these things, guys. Some of these people have had the audacity to sell these damn things for like $40. And there's no effing way in Hades I'm paying $49 for cassette storage when I don't really even buy cassettes. They're usually just gifted to me. So all things considered, Charlie Pride, 7-inch, Kiss an Angel Good Morning, Love Her Like the Devil When You Get Back Home. So there's that, and the 2 cassette storage, and a couple Jazz 10 inches, a really good Jazz 12-inch on MRkey, and a really cool 40s box set. I mean, it might not be something I'm going to play all the time, but it's really cool, and I love the cover. So, I'm excited. For somebody who's literally been looking in Goodwills ever since I started collecting records and strikes out every time I ever go, today is definitely my best day I ever had. So I got to say, hey, maybe there's reason for optimism for the rest of the year. So for you guys, hope you enjoyed tuning in. I think this is going to be the last one I go to for the day. I'm not positive, but I hope you've enjoyed what I found so far, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. All right, guys. So after the day's festivities at Goodwill, and after setting out this morning to do nothing more than to get my oil changed in my wife's car to pick up my prescription from the pharmacy and to drop off some donations to Goodwill, things that we no longer needed that other people could use. What ended up just being me deciding to go in Goodwill and see what it is, if anything, that they had available, and ended up, being disappointed and only finding Charlie Pride's Kiss an Angel Good Morning and Love Her Like the Devil When You Get Back Home, which, by the way, phenomenal song. I'm very psyched to have that. And then, just decided to maybe hit a couple more, and only ended up hitting the one other because I got a call from a friend wanting to have lunch and couldn't pass that opportunity up, obviously. But best day ever at Goodwill for me, obviously. I didn't find, it's not like I found, an original pressing of A Love Supreme or something like that. I mean, because I didn't. But that's not what you're expecting to find at Goodwill. I mean, I'm sure somebody's found something like that at the Goodwill before, I'm sure. But not me and not anybody else I know. I mean, if you can find a record worth $5 at Goodwill, you consider that pretty much a win, I think. And that's basically what I came up on today. Records worth between $5 and $10. At Norman Granz Jazz at the Philharmonic Volume 4, once again, 10-inch original on Mercury. Gems of Jazz, again, original 10-inch on Decca. Again, very happy. I've already repaired the seams and the sleeves on both of these. And Jazz of 2 decades on MRkey. 2 decades being the 40s and 50s. I've already repaired those seams. You guys last saw it That was wrecked. Already fixed. No tape, no nothing. Seamzeazy strips, guys. I've said those words on this channel. I can't even tell you how many times. I don't know if any of you have actually gone out and bought them. Seamzeazy strips. Don't put tape on your records. Don't put tape on your records. They do nothing but ruin them in the long haul. One of these days, somebody's going to own your record. They're going to want to pull that fucking tape off, and they're going to yank the cover off the front of their record, or they're just going to deal with it forever and be annoyed. But one way or the other, neither way is it good. So, Seamzeazy strips. Get them. Get them. Go to the link and jump on it. Jump on it. I'm going to leave the link for that, guys, in the info in the description in this video. Go get yourself some. Completely reasonable. They last a while because most of your records aren't going to have split seams, and they really do the job. And then, of course, a parade of nostalgia kits remembering the 40s. 8 LP box set. Is that or is that not just a super cover? You know, for 50 cents, you know. I don't know how often I'm going to listen to this. You know, maybe one of these days I want to create space and maybe I either give it away to one of you guys or something. But, you know, I'm going to run through it at least once. I'm going to try to anyway. I want to. But it's worth having just for that unbelievably cool cover for a historian, for somebody as nostalgic as I am. It's just, it's a really cool little collection there. The whole box is probably worth $5 or $6, if that. But really neat. And then, of course, my cassette pieces picked up. Showed you guys. Already jumped on loading them up in alphabetical order because I love everything to be in alphabetical order. I've spent, I can't even begin to tell you how many hours in this room alphabetizing records, books, cassettes, DVDs, and CDs. Hours. You have so many, it takes forever. I've spent hours on it, but it's worth it because when I want to find a freaking Stephen King book, I can go right to it. When I want to find a John Coltrane record, I can go right to it. So it's worth it to me. But anyway, great day. Honestly, great day. Got a lot of things done. Had my best Goodwill day ever. Had lunch with a friend. Now sitting back, enjoying a couple of beers and my playlist while I do everything. While I get all this done, I was just listening to Sonny Rollins on impulse a moment ago while I was putting all this together, while I was loading up my cassette deck. And what's coming up next? What's coming up next? I'm liking the sounds of this one. Yeah, let's do this. Feeling a little impulsive today. Get it? Get it? You guys get it? Yeah, original pressing, stereo. Gonna throw that on the deck as soon as I close out this video. So, until next time, until next video, keep dropping that needle, you guys.